Most photographers will tell you that 35mm is the perfect storytelling lens, but there's a focal length that almost no one talks about, and it might actually be better than a 35. Hey, my name's Esteban Gill, and I'm a wedding and portrait photographer based in Guilford, Connecticut. Today, we're talking about why the 28mm is one of the most underrated and most powerful lenses that you can own. The 28mm gets ignored by most photographers, especially in wedding and portrait photography. But that's exactly why it's so powerful. So today, we're gonna go over a few reasons why you should consider adding it to your bag and why it's important for storytelling and a lot of other factors. So let's get started. Number one, the reward factor. 28mm forces you to slow down and think. It doesn't let you hide behind the compression of an 85 or a 50mm. It doesn't let you rely on shallow depth of field to make an image interesting, which is something that I absolutely hate sometimes. We get so focused on depth of field that we forget about storytelling and other aspects of what we do. So you actually have to see the frame. You have to be aware of your edges. You have to pay attention to backgrounds, to foregrounds, spacings. You have to decide what matters in the scene and what doesn't. And photographers who shoot 28mm consistently tend to develop stronger compositional skills because of the use of a 28mm focal length. So if you want to practice your composition by limiting yourself, you absolutely should give a 28mm a try. Number two, the cinematic feel. Now, this is something I absolutely love about the 28mm lens. One of the biggest reasons is just how cinematic it feels when you photograph with one of these focal lengths. A lot of movies are shot around the focal length or the cinematic equivalent because it just feels natural and immersive. It gives you the depth without screaming wide angle. There's just enough distortion to add energy, but not so much that it feels gimmicky. When you look at a great 28mm image, it doesn't feel like you're observing the moment. It feels like you're standing inside it. And that's a huge deal if storytelling matters to you. And this is where 28mm really shines, with storytelling. Which leads me to the next reason. 3, storytelling for wedding photographers. Now, as someone that has been photographing weddings for the last decade, my 28mm is one of my favorite tools in my bag. You're not just photographing the couple, you're photographing and making yourself aware of the entire moment. You get the bride and the groom while the parents are reacting in the background. You get the chaos of the dance floor. You get the environment, the emotion, and the energy just all in one frame. It tells a full story, not just a highlight. One of the ways I do this at weddings is by choosing one subject and centering them and framing everything around them to tell their story. Now, one of my favorite sayings when I'm teaching at conferences or one of my workshops is step back. So if you want to practice this, grab yourself a 28mm during your next cocktail hour coverage, lock your aperture at f8 so that you're not worrying about depth of field, and put your camera at auto ISO. I guarantee you, you're going to become a better storyteller. 4, street photography. Now, I give credit to street photography for making me a better storyteller. Walking the streets of New York City is one of my all-time favorite exercises, and over time, I've become much more comfortable with using this focal length for the sake of proximity, composition, and storytelling. 3 of the most important aspects of being a great storyteller with a camera. Now, with this focal length, especially when you're dealing with street photography, you have to get close, you have to commit. But when you do, the images feel raw, honest, and alive. There's tension, there's context, there's emotion. You're not sniping moments from across the street with an 85mm or even a 135mm, which I personally don't know why people do street photography with these lenses. You're part of what's happening, and that's important to me. 5, portraits. And yes, 28mm even has a place in portraiture. Now, this one surprises a lot of people and photographers because you don't really necessarily think of a 28mm as a portrait lens. But when you use that focal length intentionally for environmental portraits, you stop focusing on what just the person looks like. You start focusing on who they are, where they are, what surrounds them, what story they're part of. And when used correctly, it can create portraits that feel personal, cinematic, and deeply human. So next time, leave your long focal length at home and force yourself to grab a cheap 28mm lens you have in your bag. Which leads me to the next reason why you should have one of these. 6, price. Now, let's talk about something more practical for a second, and that's the price. 28mm lenses are so much more affordable when compared to other popular focal lengths. Because they're not as hyped, you can often find them for a fraction of the cost of a 35 or a 24 or even a 50. They're usually smaller, they're lighter, and optically they're often fantastic. So you're getting a lens that pushes your creativity, it helps you tell better stories, and it doesn't break the bank. And that's a pretty rare combo when it comes to photography. I love this focal length so much that I pretty much use it for multiple cameras. Here it is on my Nikon DF. This is actually a Typog 28mm 1.4, and I bought this for around $500 used. And it's an amazing lens. It's a 1.4, so you still get that depth of field that in case you want that. And it's a great portrait lens if you're able to use it properly. If you've been sleeping on 28mm, really it's time to wake up. Because once you really learn how to see with it, it might just become one of the most important lenses in your kit. So go out and buy a cheap one, or if you want to spend a ton of money on it, then you can also do that as well. But either way, you should absolutely have one in your bag because it will make you a better photographer and a better storyteller. So in conclusion, the 28mm lens is definitely something you should consider, but at the same time, it's not a lazy man's lens. It won't do the work for you. It's not gonna magically make everything look pretty, but if you're willing to step closer, if you're willing to be more intentional about the way you approach photography, and if you care more about storytelling than perfection, then the 28mm focal length will reward you in a big way. I absolutely love this focal length, and you should absolutely 100% consider putting it in your bag.